I popped over to see Rob today. He's got a Kawasaki in the workshop. We're going to have a little look at it. He's done a couple of repairs on it. The previous garage was struggling a little bit on it, so he's going to have a little chat about that. That I worked out the other day. I thought, oh. Hi, I'm over here at Chequered Flag with Rob, and we're looking at a Kawasaki Z1000. That's my knowledge of Kawasaki done.
Very first fuel injected bike, mass produced fuel injected bike. So it was kind of an experiment when they produced these. Guy had it, refurbished it, did everything to it. Wasn't running right, didn't run right at all. Would go up the road and just not run right. So it's a £10,000 refurbishment job, and he just couldn't ride it. So after about 3 months of people trying to fix it, he brought it down to us because I worked on the Z1000, same fuel injection system. Within 15 minutes we found a fault, and since then it's been running absolutely spot on. If you know these systems, they're very crude and very basic. So you can't plug them in. You need an oscilloscope to look at the system and look at what's going on with it. And yeah, so it's now started up and running absolutely sweet. Not bad for a 40-year-old bike. So it's now back on the road again, and he's going to enjoy it. So another electrical job fixed. We got another BMW outside. Guy came in, indicators not working. It looked like the relay had gone. However, the relay on those is £198. So he looked further into it and found out that when he replaced the bulb, he bent the pin and shorted the bulb out. So the relay only worked on one side, it didn't work on the other side.
No.
So we fixed that, so we saved him 200 quid. And that one's back up and running again, so that one's working quite well. But these are lovely classic bikes. This one's particularly nice. They didn't make them for very long, and then they refined the fuel injection system for future. But it's just basically throws the fuel down it. It has no lambda sensors, it has no sensors at all on it apart from temperature, and not even pressure or anything. So it's what it gets is what it gets.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes its downfall. But as you can see, it's a beautiful piece of kit, and now back up and running again.
So with the chrome on it, it's all original chrome?
Yep, all original chrome, all original. It's had powder coated frame, powder coated wheels. Everything's all been refurbished. The engine's been refurbished. Possibly not as good as it should be, but it's not a bad example.
Yeah,
not a bad example. Brings back a lot of memories, but it's very heavy.
Is that actual chrome?
Yeah, plastic chrome.
Oh, it's plastic chrome.
Yeah, plastic chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they perfected the art of plastic chroming. But it's a very heavy bike. It's surprisingly heavy.
Yeah. What's it like to ride though?
Heavy.
It's still heavy to ride.
Heavy. It's nice, but it's heavy. It carries the weight quite high up. In fact, the 1300 feels lighter than this. This one, people sit on it and say, the first thing they say is, "God, isn't it heavy?" But the 1300 was lower, and the weight, it carried the weight down lower. But this team seems to be just heavy for some reason. But that's how they were in those days. They go quickly, heavy, no brakes. What more do you want?
So what sort of speeds?
I should think these do about 120.
Yeah.
I should think they're about 120 mile an hour bike. But they usually get converted to carburetors because of the reliability. Trying to find spares for them, trying to find bits for the fuel injection. Most people just put carburetors back on, but it devalues it.
So what exactly did you find wrong with it in the end?
Well, the problem with them is everybody goes for the airflow meter, which is a common fault with them. They go out of sync. These have throttle position sensors. It's either closed or open. That's it. There's no resistor. There's no linear measurement. So when I had a look at it, on the plug underneath, it was pulled really tight. It was ever so tight on that. So I had a look at it, pulled the plug off, center contact, broken wire, so it didn't know if the throttle was open or closed. The fuel injection system didn't know how much fuel to deliver, so it could be delivering full volume at tick over, or it could be operating tick over at full throttle, so it just didn't have any idea of what was happening. Put it back on there, set it up, checked the timing on the fuel injection, on the pulse timing, checked that on it. We put a colour tune in it because you can't do a lambda sensor on it. Put a colour tune on it just to double check. Checked it out, it's running perfectly. Perfect mixture right the way through the rev range, and there we are. He's a happy bunny.
Yeah, one delighted customer.
When's
he getting it back?
He's getting the lift down end of the month.
Alright.
We've got it till the end of the month.
No, yeah.
He was going to come back last weekend, but he's going to ride it back up to Somerset.
Yeah.
Back up to Somerset.
Alright.
So as long as the weather doesn't change, he should be riding it back.
So, job of the week then.
yeah. It's one of those jobs that work out quite well. A bit like that BMW works out quite well. Found out what it is. Yeah, but this one, he's over the moon. Over the moon with it.
Right. Thank you very much, Rob.
Okay.